Saint Ralph. He lived in the 9th century, and his lesson for us really was a love of learning. We named our 4th child Ralph, and one of the things when you're around kids, you just realize they're just naturally curious. Over time, I think that natural, beautiful curiosity can be bred out of us, or it can become deformed, and we can become curious about the wrong things. And so Saint Ralph had this love of learning and this curiosity about the things of God. Continuous learning has become very popular as a phrase and as an idea in modern secular culture, and certainly in the business culture. But this concept has its roots in the lives of the saints. The saints were the original continuous learners. They were constantly learning new things, and they passed that on to us. The question is do we take that up from them and become continuous learners in the area of our faith? I think most people are continuous learners in general, but there is a specific invitation to become a continuous learner in the area of our faith. I've pointed out in the past, if you read 5 pages of a great book about your faith every day for a decade or 2 decades, it's astounding how much content you will be exposed to and absorbed. But if I said to you, okay, let's read 500 books over the next 20 years, you'd probably just get overwhelmed by that and think, well, that's impossible and never going to happen. And as a result of that feeling of being overwhelmed, we tend never to start. If we approach it incrementally and say, okay, I'm going to read 5 pages a day, we very quickly see how we're exposed to all these great ideas which feed our relationships, which feed our conversations, which feed our prayer life, which feed every aspect of us. And so this idea of continuous learning is essential to our spiritual growth in many ways. The core virtue behind it is a virtue that all the saints possessed, is a virtue that all the saints teach us, but Ralph in a special way around this idea of continuous learning, and that's the virtue of patience. It takes patience, to say, okay, I'm going to read 5 pages a day, every day, of a great spiritual book. And of course, that patience can't be contained in that experience. As we grow in patience, that goes out into every aspect of our lives. And we find ourselves being more patient with our children, being more patient with our spouse, being more patient, with the strangers that cross into our lives. And so we realize that the saints teach us these lessons, which might seem to only apply to this one part of our life, but the power of virtue cannot be contained. As we start to grow into virtue, it will begin to manifest in every aspect of our lives and bear incredible fruit in every aspect of our lives.